Good afternoon. I'd like to discuss where we currently are in the quarter. Please take a look at the gradebook in Blackboard as I've updated some of your self-assessments and your homework assignments. In particular, pay close attention to the areas where where I've indicated at least that your assignment didn't properly upload onto Blackboard. So if there was an issue, please let me know. You can email that to me. But you'll notice a 0 in the gradebook. So please check your notes and also your email for that. In addition, there is a survey that's been posted on Blackboard, and the survey is from another fellow student who's conducting some research for the 603 class, and it's a link there to SurveyMonkey. Please take a look, and if you're interested, complete the survey for this student. As you know, when you're taking some of these classes, occasionally a requirement is to conduct your own research, and it's always beneficial to get the feedback of our peers and your fellow student in this case. Another thing I wanted to mention is that if you have questions as we're coming up to the end of the quarter regarding your final paper, please let me know. You can either email me or give me a call or stop by my office hours. Some of you are scheduled to do that actually today. I just want to make sure that if there are any questions that I can fully answer them and make sure that you're on the right path. In terms of the readings and the topic for this week, we've been looking at impact fees and service charges and regulatory fees. One of the things that's interesting in this regard is that the use or the utility of user fees has continued to increase. So local governments are continuing to rely upon user fees as another revenue source. And as you have seen, there are the data has indicated that there's a growth in this reliance. And one of the important things I think to keep in mind is whether or not this growth will be sustainable or should be sustainable even after the Great Recession. So prior to the recession, there was increased reliance on user fees, which is understandable. But the bigger question is, as we are emerging from the recession, are we continuing to rely on this income source? My thought is yes. Actually, I'm working on a project with a couple of colleagues, and we're looking at this particular issue. So it'll be interesting to see what the results are. And another thing that's worth noting in terms of this area of user fees is the inequity of user fees. So in many ways, we think of user fees as something that's equitable because if you want to use the service or take advantage of that opportunity, whether it's a recreation or something else, then you should be forced to pay for it. But in other cases, you're charged a user fee simply for a license or a permit. And again, as local governments are continuing to rely upon user fees as a revenue source, they're becoming more and more persistent. And where it becomes inequitable, or potentially can become inequitable, is in poor or non-wealthy areas. So in those areas, the discretionary income of individuals or the residents is lower. So in turn, you're working with less income or less revenue, but you're still paying essentially the same user fee for a similar service that is made available in a more wealthy or affluent area. So that's another project that I'm working on, but it's also an important question to keep in mind as we think about user fees and dig deeper into the utility of such fees. So again, if you do have questions regarding your research paper, let me know, and I look forward to helping you out in that regard so that we can provide and have a really strong end to the quarter and strong research papers on the topic of performance budgeting. All right, thanks.